Okay. Time again. We're starting a little early, but mostly just because I feel like it. There's no, like, big reason for it. I was gonna wait till 7:30 like I usually do, and then I just didn't. It's like, oh, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling up to it. So we're gonna do this tower next, I guess. I don't really know if there's actually that much we can do here. We don't have Rock Smash. We can also do the other tower. As you can see by the stream title, I can't see the stream title, but as you can see, I think we're pretty close to getting evolutions. Some of these evolutions out of the way. I know for sure we get Gyarados in a level. There's also a chance that we get some other things. Alright, I guess we start falling in holes and see what happens. I don't know if I can just go off to the left here. A lot of Rattatas in here. Rattatas. Yeah, that's not like a doorway or anything. I don't really know what this place is supposed to be. I'll be honest. No clue. Don't really know. This is the Burned Tower is what it's called. There's a coughing. Look at that. Haven't seen one of those before. So we'll just, take a quick once over here. And then we'll just bail and do something else. There's either a need to be here or there's not. I could try to get some battles in, But that's about it. Realistically, I believe this is the place where you would normally get Ho-Oh at a certain point in this game. But we obviously aren't going to catch a Ho-Oh because we can't use it. So, it doesn't really do much for us. So besides this, I suppose we're just going to go into the other tower. There's two towers here. Just like in Lord of the Rings, when there were two towers. You guys remember in Lord of the Rings where there was one tower and a second tower? Do you guys remember that? Kind of an obscure reference. But there's at one point more than one tower. A lot of people probably don't remember. I don't even remember which. One of the towers was the Tower of Saruman, right? His, like, white tower. What was the other tower? Is it just like a... I don't even remember. What was the second tower? That was the one where that took place in, like, Minas Tirith, right? What's going on here? Oh, are these the legendary dogs? Do I have to, like, actually wake them before they start, like, roaming the world? Okay, maybe we do have to come back here. Theoretically. I mean, I don't have Rock Smash. At least as far as I believe myself to have, I don't have that. Right. Rock Smash is typically an HM. Can I use Headbutt? What if Headbutt just works? That'd be weird. Yeah, no. I guess I'm just too smart for this game. I really think outside the box. Yeah, that's a game maybe I should play. I should play through the Lord of the Rings games. There were actually a bunch of those, and they were pretty good. I mean, there were 3. They were pretty good, though. They were really good co-op games, too. Really fun. I also had Lord of the Rings: The Third Age on GameCube. And that game was pretty dope, to be honest. I never finished it, but I actually really liked it. I thought it was a really cool game. It was just hard. It was a hard game. I had a lot of trouble with it. So I kind of gave up at a point. Right, this is the other tower, and it just doesn't at all look like a tower. Tin Tower is off limits to anyone without a Crudiac Gym's badge, which I do have. Please go right through. Thank you. Is this tower more of a, like, downwards facing tower? Okay, it's just, like, outside the city, I guess. Okay, no, this is the tower. Tin Tower. A legendary Pokemon is said to roost here. I'm not going to make assumptions that we're going to be able to get to the top of this. But I am going to walk in. Are there random encounters in here? It's just like Bellsprout Tower. They have an obsession with towers in this game, huh? Trying to uncover the secret of the legendary Pokemon that is said to land here. They say that the Pokemon has flown continuously ever since the tower in the west burned. So I thought that if I had what the Pokemon has, it would be attracted by that item. I think that item is probably a Rainbow Wing. But where would I find one? Okay. I guess we need to find a Rainbow Wing and bring it here. I'll be honest, like, there's a lot I don't remember about this game. I only played them, like, once, like I said. But, I have been, like, in the interim between streams, I've been, like, logging on every day. I get a mystery gift, and I've also been trying to get, here's what I'll show you. I've been doing apricorn stuff, so I'm getting, like, all of these, extra Pokeballs. It doesn't really feel worth it. In all that time, I've gotten, like, a couple. You know, it's like, you gotta wait a whole 24 hours just to get a ball. It's just like, it's insane. It's not at all worth it. Like, they definitely changed all this stuff in later games, because it's just like, it's silly. You know, it's just like, if I have an apricorn, it should just change it right away. I don't feel like I should have to sit and wait a real IRL day in order to get an actual ball from it. Where did you say you're from? New Barktown? Professor Elm lives over there, right? You've come a long way to get here. Thank you for noticing. I sure have. Route's 38. So we're heading over to Olivine City, and we've got nothing but our Ford and a dream. Let's get in our Ford. Our Ford F-150 and a passionate dream. I've been overseas, so I know about all sorts of Pokemon. Dude, I bought, I don't know if you guys have tried, like, Bud Light's has these seltzers, right? Bud Light Seltzer. And I only really like their, like, main brand. It's like, I bought anything else I buy from them sucks. It's like, I've tried the, hold on. Like, they have this new, like, apple slices one that they've had since the fall. I didn't like it. Made me feel sick. Tried it, like, twice. I don't like those. Not really much at all. But I've also had these, they have, like, a tie-dye one, and those are just way too sweet. It's like candy. Just, like, I don't know, I can't eat that, you know, I have sensitive teeth, man. I can't deal with, like, really, really sweet, sugary stuff. All kinds of people around the world live happily with Pokemon. It's, like, weird. I actually, yeah, I don't eat candy, like, at all. I don't eat sweet things. I just don't eat I don't touch any of it. It's because it makes me, it hurts. It's, like, painful. It's, like, not an enjoyable experience. I'm just like, don't like that. I don't know why. It's just sugar. Sugar just hurts my teeth. Genuinely I don't know what to say about it. They've got a Flaffy. Flaffy's an electric type. I will say, like, Flaffy, I can never tell between the, like, evolutions between, like, Flaffy and Mareep. I always got confused. I think Mareep is the pre-evolved form. Flaffy is the evolved form. But it's like they look exactly the same, except I think one is, like, standing up, kind of, on its hind legs. But I would always get confused. Every time I'd play, like, a Pokemon game, I'd like, catch one. Only to realize that I'd caught the, like, evolution and not the, like, original. Okay, so we have an electric-type Pokemon, and the only weakness to electric types, they're actually kind of OP. So it's definitely worthwhile to have an electric type, is ground. It's the only thing. Weird. I'm pretty sure. It's like one of the only types that just has very few weaknesses. I have been thinking, because we might get a new Pokemon soon, I've been thinking if there's anybody I might remove from my team. Like, who's the weakest link at this point? I don't think it's Rico. I think Rico is... I think I'm riding and dying with Rico. He means too much to me. I like Quagsire a lot as just a Pokemon. I just really like Quagsire. And I would feel bad. Like, I don't know. That's just one I don't feel like I would replace. Now... you know, I'm not going to replace my starter. Gosh, this Slowpoke is so close to... Please, just survive. Okay, good. Then there's Magikarp. And it's like, yeah, I think I would... I think I'd switch out Gyarados if I had the option. If somebody asked me, like, would you switch out Gyarados? I'd be like, yeah, probably. I'm not crazy about Gyarados, you know? I'm not, like, ride and die with Gyarados. The only thing that makes sense to me, though, is to have, like, having the red Gyarados would be kind of iconic, you know? In this run, like, not using the red Gyarados just seems kind of wrong. I know something good. Moo Farms milk is famous for its flavor. Want to give me your phone number? I'll phone you for another battle. Thanks, Dana. Do I need her? I don't really know why, if so. Gina Picnicker, can we get rid of her? You can get rid of her. Let me talk to this dude. Yeah, okay. What was I talking about? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I think the only one that makes sense is, like, Poliwag, but at the same time, it's like, that one kind of... also would just be a cool Pokemon to have on my team. You know, especially if I get a Water Stone and was able to evolve it into a Poliwrath, I think it would just be a good Pokemon. Schoolboy Chad. No. He must get all the girls. Mr. Mime. What do we do against Mr. Mime? I should have switched out my Pokemons here. I'm realizing. It's a Psychic type, so we could probably use... Hold on, I gotta check Lapras's abilities. I'm sending out Carlisle. I might have replaced Bite. I don't think I did, though, right? I might have. I did. Why did I do that? I replaced Cut. Oh. Well, Fury Cutter, I think, is still super effective against Psychic for no good reason. So this actually works out for us. As we all know, bugs are really powerful against psychics. They're always, you know, you call up a psychic to investigate your vibes, and they're like, oh, sorry, I can't today. There's a fly. I haven't been able to catch it. Messing with my vibes. I have to take so many tests. I don't have much time for Pokemon. So when I do get to play, I really concentrate. Wow, you're pretty tough. Sure, bro. Schoolboy Chad. We're friends with the Chad of the school. I'm pretty proud of that. We can get rid of Irwin Juggler. Hello. I forgot to switch out my Slowpoke again. Hoppip. I mean, Hoppip's vaguely cool. So we got grass. Type. I guess we just send out Carlisle again. Oh, this isn't even... That didn't even do super effective. Is Bug not super effective against grass? Is that not how that works? I was almost certain that was a thing. Huh. Weird. Maybe I'm thinking of Poison. Poison's super effective against grass and Bug, I think. It's like weird relationships. Oh, come on, bro. You hate to see it, but it's okay. As long as I keep landing these and I don't get paralyzed. Cool. Good deal. Strong deal. Carlisle, you really let me down here, brother. I need you to do, you know, consistent damage here. Because this stupid Pokemon has a heal move. I swear, there are some really annoying tactics in Pokemon. Just like the ability to freaking paralyze somebody and then just heal every turn. Just like so annoying. We did it. I did it. I defeated the bad guy. When I see Pokemon, it seems to soothe my nerves. I really thought I was close to getting an accent there, but I lost it pretty quickly, so. I've been trying to do that voice. It's hard. It's like the, it's like that dog. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's like a dog on an elevator. He's like a white dog. He does a voice. I have no idea what the cartoon's name is, but he's got like a name. He's like a famous, Looney Tune. I think. I don't know. I forget his name. It's like, hello. Hello, sir. I can't. I feel like I can do the voice if I really tried, but it's hard. It's hard. Press the B button during evolution if you don't want your stupid Pokemon to evolve. Well, okay. If you think your Pokemon is too dumb for the responsibility of evolution, brother. This is a really short route. Fly high into the sky, my beloved bird Pokemon. Pokemon. Well, this guy's like, they just reused this sprite, huh? Birdkeeper Toby wants to battle. This is like the exact same. This might even be the exact same character from like Gen 1. Can I beat this with Tackle? It's 4 levels lower than me. We have to try. Pursuit. Good call. Okay, it only knows Peck in Pursuit. We lose this battle. Just to get us out of here in the case of a critical hit, I'm gonna switch out. I don't want my Magikarp to not be able to get the experience that I feel like it deserves. I would really like this Poliwag to evolve as well, but I also think I'm probably gonna get rid of the Poliwag. Water Gun, Double Slap. Double Slap. Dang. Kinda hoping for the evolution there. About to use Doduo. Oh, sure. So close. Wait, did I not click? I did. Oh, it's just a Pursuit just does that. Oh, that's so stupid. I was like, I switched it. Wait, I switched out. That's literally Pursuit's function, I guess, is just to, like, hit a Pokemon even as it's being switched out. I never really thought about it. I was gonna say, I never finished my story about the Bud Light Seltzer. I bought the, I tried these, like, they have, like, a hard soda version, which has, like, a cola and a cherry cola and, like, a lemon lime soda and something else. I forget what the fourth thing is. Maybe, like, an orange cream soda or something like that. Or an orange soda. I think it's something like that. But I've tried it before, and I absolutely hated it. It just is not good. I don't know what they're thinking with these, but they just don't taste good at all. It's like they don't really taste like the thing they're trying to be. And then on the other hand, they just taste bad. On the other hand, they're also just terrible. It's like, I don't know, these things must not be selling. I'm sure these things must not be selling, right? Surely nobody's, like, really fond of these. Because I've had them. I waited, like, a few months. Probably half a year. Or more, probably more than that. I pick them up again. I'm like, I'll give them another shot. It's been, like, a really long time. See if they've fixed the formula or whatever. They taste exactly the same. If not even worse now, I think. I almost feel like they taste kind of worse. It's like, it's bad. I think it's because it uses 0 sugar. It literally says 0 sugar on it, which isn't exactly 0. But it's like, I think with sodas, it's like, you know, that's where the flavor of soda comes from. It's like, it definitely has that, like, Splenda sweetener, you know, artificial sweetener taste, which just doesn't work. It's really bad. Don't recommend. 0 out of 10. I also bought some Pitch Black at the store the other day. You can go to Cyanwood to learn how to fly, apparently. Hey, it's Barry. Pitch Black is weird, because I have, like, this weird connection to Pitch Black, where when it first came out, it's like, I have this strange nostalgia for it. I was like, this is my favorite soda ever that's ever been out. And now I have this, like, attachment to it, because they like, only had it for, like, a couple months in, like, 1 year of my life as a childhood, and then, as a childhood, and then they brought it back. Or they brought back, like, a similar thing. called Pitch Black 2. I don't know if people remember Pitch Black 2. But it was basically the same thing, but they added, like, a hint of, like, sour. Something sour. It was just sour. It was like Pitch Black, but sour, which I kind of miss. I actually liked Pitch Black 2. I kind of wish they would bring back Pitch Black 2 at some point. It has its fans. I'm out here. I'm out here waiting for the even more obscure Mountain Dew flavor. Am I the only one who remembers Mountain Dew Pitch Black 2? But Pitch Black is back again, which I feel like it comes back every few years is the thing. Which is kind of like good and bad, because I feel like it devalues it a little bit. Because I was like, oh my gosh, they're never going to release Pitch... Like, it was special the first time it came back, I felt like. It was kind of special. And then it stopped being special once I realized, oh, they just kind of bring it back every couple of years. Alright, let's fight all these trainers or whatever. This might be a really long road we're on. But we're on it together, are we not? Psychic Norman wants to battle. Psychic Norman sent out Slowpoke. How do we take this? How do we deal with this? Yeah, I hate this stuff. This is like the classic cola flavor, but it doesn't taste like any cola I've ever had. It's just like gross. I don't know. I hate it. I don't know who thinks this is good. You know what it tastes kind of like? I don't even know if they still make this, but there used to be a drink called Diet Right. I haven't had that in years, but like Diet Right was like a cola that started specifically as a diet cola. It was never anything else. It was never not diet. There was never just like a Right soda. It was just Diet Right. And like, yeah, I don't know. I went to somebody's house. Like, I remember seeing it in stores all the time, but I never tried it. And then I remember there's this one house I used to go to, and the parents just loved Diet Right, and that was like the only thing they would drink. And so they just had like, we had a party over there, and like they just had a cooler just filled with this Diet Right. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll drink it, because there's like literally nothing else to drink. So I started drinking it, and I just hated it. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the Diet Right soda. Like, that's what it tastes like. It's not good. It's like bad. It's a really bad cola. It's like, yeah, I guess I can drink this, but I don't like it. It's like when people say, oh, I actually just really like the taste of Diet Coke, you know? It's like, no, you don't. What are you talking about? Nobody just likes the taste of Diet Coke. Or Diet Mountain Dew. It's just like, all it is like artificial sweeteners. It's like terrible. Like, who likes the taste of that? You're just weird. You're just coping. It's cope. Pure cope. Copacetic. Well, you just don't get it. You keep it copacetic. And you learn to accept it. You know you're so pathetic. And you just don't get it. You keep it copacetic. And you learn to accept it, you know. You're so pathetic and you don't. And you don't. Does anybody remember that song? Bam, 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 bam. That sounds good. Let's send Rachel out. Keep copacetic. I feel like people don't use the word copacetic enough. It's a good word. It's one of my favorite words. People don't say it enough. People need to say it more. What's wrong with people? Why don't they say it? Is Sing a psychic type move? I mean, it's fine. He's using Curse, but he's not a ghost type. So, who cares? What else? Soda's like a weird thing, because I feel like Soda's one of those things that it just constantly changes over time. It's like there used to be a bunch of Sodas that just aren't anymore. Like, you know, there was like Surge. Surge is weird because I like forgot about Surge until I saw it at like Burger King now just has Surge. It's like a very 90s drink. It's like a lemon citrus drink. And I think you can only get it at Burger King now for some reason. I don't have any explanation for that. But then that reminded me of a drink called Vault. I don't know if people remember Vault. But Vault was also like a lemon lime citrus drink that was kind of like Mountain Dew. I think it was even made by Mountain Dew. In fact, they might still release it, but call it something else, like Mountain Dew Vault or something. I don't really know. I think my Magikarp just evolved. Psychic Norman was defeated. Ooh, your Pokemon have potential. Yeah! Woo! It's happening. You just don't get it, you keep it copacetic and you learn to accept it, you know. You're so pathetic and you just don't get it, you keep it copacetic. Let's go. This is what we needed. This is our big break, everyone. Okay. Now we're cruising. That was a real drag on our party. So now we have our Gyarados. We don't have to worry about anything else. You know how Pokemon have different abilities? People are like that too. Everyone has different potential. Okay. Kind of lame, dude. But okay. Kind of cheesy, bro, but alright. I mean, I follow you, bro, but okay. I mean, kind of deep, bro, but I don't know. Hello. Moo Moo is sick. She needs lots of berries. Well, I have a lot of berries. Moo. Its cry is weak. Moo Moo is sick. She needs lots of berries. Okay, well, I have lots of berries. If you need some of my berries, I'll happily hand over. How many berries do I have? I should have a lot. I have 4 mystery berries, 1 paralysis cure berry, 4 ice berries, 2 bitter berries, 1 real berry, 1 mint berry. My milk tank ain't giving me milk no more. This here farm's got famous milk. Most everyone wants to drink. It'll give me lots of milk if and I feed it lots of berries, I reckon. I mean, I'm happy to give you guys berries if you just... All you simply have to do is ask for it. Our milk even goes at the Kanto, so if our own milk tank won't give us any milk, we're in trouble. Hello, Beverly Pokey fan. This is Beverly. Were you awake? Do you want to battle? I'm going to win this time. I'll be waiting for you around National Park. I mean, if I'm headed that way, but right now I'm actually not, so probably not. Probably not gonna head that way. Moo. Yeah, so Vault had, as far as I remember, they only ever had 2 flavors. They had the regular, like, green flavor, and then they had the red, they had, like, a red Vault flavor. But I haven't seen Vault in years, I feel like. Except I'm probably also just not looking for it. Specifically, because it might still be around, I just don't look for it. But I remember I used to get it all the time, because I used to go to there was a vending machine down the street from me at, like, a... not a gas station, but, like, we called it the Pony Keg. I don't know if that's like a... I don't know exactly where that term comes from. I think it refers to the type of place that it was, but would you mind if I bragged about my Pokemon? Yep, they just had a vending machine. But I remember I was pissed off because every time I would try to buy Vault, if you buy the like Vault bottles, they were like weirdly shaped, so they would come out, and sometimes they would just get stuck in the machine, and like you couldn't get it out of the freaking thing, and it's just like, oh, that sucks. I remember one specific time, it was like late at night, and I went to this vending machine. Like, the literal store was closed. It was that late. I just passed by. I'm like, I want to get a soda. And I put my bill in the machine. And it just ate my bill and then didn't, like, give me a drink. It didn't dispense the drink. So I was like, well, what do? I want my money back. I'm like, I literally couldn't do anything about it because the store wasn't, like, open. Sure, Derek. Oh. So what I did was I went there the next day. I was literally like, I refuse to give up this $1.50. It's just because I was like I was young, you know? It's like, you don't get much money when you're young, you know? So you gotta like treasure every small amount of extra spending cash that you have. So I show up and I'm like, hey, I used this vending machine last night and like ate my money. And they like didn't believe me. They're just like, I don't even remember. They were just like argued with me. They're like, no, that doesn't sound real. That sounds fake story. And I'm like, can you just give me $1.50? It's like, how big a deal is that? It's like some kid comes in and is like, hey, I tried to use the machine last night and it didn't give me my money back. You know, it's not like I come around here asking for money all the time. It's like I literally live up the street. You know, I can understand if I did it all the time. It's like, just give me $1.50. I spent on the machine. It just ate it. It just ate my money. It's not my fault. I don't know. I think they did end up giving it to me eventually. It was just like, they wouldn't believe me. They're like, all right, okay, we'll just give you it for now, but I'm like, what about this sounds like a lie? I don't understand. I am not a liar. I am a very honest person. Yeah. I remember the first time energy drinks came out and about, oot and aboot. I remember I was in, like, middle school, I think. No, I might have even been in... No, I was in middle school. Because I remember we went on a... I was in a part of my church's youth group, right? I was very cool. And we went on, like... We went to, like, a concert, like a Christian concert. I actually don't remember what this was. It was weird. Because now that I remember it, I barely remember there being, like, a concert. If there was, we just kind of, like, listened to them play, like, a song. And then, like, just walked around. Like, I feel like we barely did anything there. So I don't remember, like, sitting around and watching any, like, the music at all. I can't imagine we were sat there for very long. I don't know. This is making me feel weird remembering this. It's like a weird memory in my brain of, like, going to this place and not having any idea why I was there. But yeah, I don't remember exactly, but it was like some sort of convention, I think, maybe, is more so. Because I do remember that it being in, like, a giant warehouse, which is also a weird part of the memory. That it wasn't outside. It was in, like, a big warehouse. It was, like, all indoors, and there was, like, a stage. I want to go back to this place. I want to experience this place again. Now that I'm thinking about it. This is a weird place in my brain. But, like, there was, There was a, what am I trying to say? There was a, yeah, there were a bunch of, like, stands and stuff. But I remember they were giving out, like, energy drinks. And it was, like, the first time I'd been exposed to, like, an energy drink. I've never seen them before. And, they gave me a can of... Great. Facebook notifications. I just remember they gave me a free can of Full Throttle. Specifically, it was Full Throttle. I remember. And I was like, this is interesting. It's like a big can. I was like, I don't know what this is. I don't know if I'm, like, allowed to drink this. I don't know if it's gonna, like, you know, taste really bad. I, like, literally knew nothing about it. And so I just, like, took it home, and I think I put it in the fridge. And then I was like, one day I just was like, I'm gonna try that. I think it was just like I kept thinking about it. I'm like, I'm gonna try that. I should ask my mom if it's okay to drink it though. And so I go and I ask my mom. I'm like, Mom, can I drink this energy drink that I got from a concert I went to? And I talked to her. She's like, what? Oh, is that the like can of whatever was in the fridge downstairs? And I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, I drank that. I'm like, are you serious? Why would you do that? That wasn't yours. So you're trying to learn confusion. I was just kind of like, oh, okay. I was like kind of disappointed. Confusion we're learning here. Over Swift or Headbutt? I say we learn it over Swift, to be honest. Confusion is great that we have that. Finally. Krabby. Who's the lowest? 51. Jennifer. Yeah, we need Jennifer to evolve. Yeah, I was just kind of disappointed because I wanted to try it. I was like, I had like hyped it up in my brain the whole day at school, I think. I was like, I can't wait to try. Maybe it'll be really cool. It'll be like a really interesting experience. It's like a gateway drug, I think. Like, I can't wait to experience that. Yeah, and then it was just like, oh, I didn't have it anymore. My mom was like, I don't know, she must have seen that I was disappointed. She's like, oh, I'll just buy you another one. I was like, oh, cool. Oh, cool. She's like, yeah, sure, whatever. I guess she just didn't know anything about these things. Because I feel like realistically, at the time, I probably shouldn't have been drinking. I don't think anybody should ever really drink these energy drinks. That's why I think they must have been like a new thing. Because I don't remember seeing them beforehand. My parents had just like no knowledge about them whatsoever. And, yeah, I don't know. I just remember, like, Full Throttle being, like, the first one that existed. And then there was, like, Rockstar shortly after that. And then I remember Amp. So it was, like, Rockstar, Full Throttle, and Amp. And then Red Bull. I think Red Bull was, like, always around. It was kind of around the whole time. I never really liked Red Bull. Out of all of them, Red Bull was my least favorite. Just the least exciting one. And the other one... Oh, Rico's evolving! Let's go. Everybody's evolving. I knew it. I knew this would happen. Yes. He's beautiful. My Pokemon were caught and raised overseas. They're my companions on those long voyages. This is so great. Yeah, all the other energy drinks came in like big cans, right? Red Bull came in this like tiny skinny can. Although I think the marketing was that it was like more potent because it came in like a smaller can, but I don't know, it didn't trick me. So I think early on, I kind of just got addicted to energy drinks. 'Cause I feel like I would drink like full throttle a lot of the time, and then there's a freaking Taurus. I wonder if that's rare. Freaking wild Taurus, dude. Port closest to foreign lands. That thing you have, it's a Pokegear, right? Wow, that's cool. Thanks, man. I just want to see where we are. Alright, so yeah, we can go... if we keep going this way, we can go to Whirl Islands, we can go to Cyanwood. I think that's where we're gonna go, and then we're gonna go back past, oh. Yeah, if we go this way, Route 42 and Mount Mortar. We'll go through Mount Mortar, Mahogany Town, Lake of Rage, Ice Bath, Blackthorn, and we're basically done. Like, that's the game. It's kind of weird, to think about, but you do have to realize we already have 4 badges. So we're already halfway through Johto. You know, halfway through the game, but here we are. If we get a badge here, we're 5/8 of the way through the game. You again. There's no need to panic. I don't bother with wimps like you. Speaking of weaklings, the city's gym leader isn't here, supposedly taking care of a sick Pokemon at the lighthouse. Humph, boo-hoo, just let sick Pokemon go. Pokemon that can't battle is worthless. Why don't you go train at the lighthouse? Who knows, may make you a bit less weak. This guy's so rude. Olivine City Pokemon Gym. Leader Jasmine, the steel-clad defense girl. Okay. Literally stole Brock's gym. Oh, this is the, Olivine's on the sea, and if it's on the sea, there are bound to be fish. I've fished here for 30 years. Would you like to face the sea and fish? Yes. Ha ha ha. We have ourselves a new angler. We've got the good rod. I didn't even actually consider this. But we have the good rod, which is good. With the good rod, there is actually a Pokemon that we can only get during the daytime. I'm not sure how to deal with that in terms of this. Sing with me, yo-ho, blow the man down. Maybe I'd have to start a stream really early. Or do it on a Saturday, maybe. My Butterfree came from my boyfriend overseas. I carried some mail from him. Want to know what it says? Let's see. Nope, it's a secret. Nope, can't tell ya. Do you already your Pokemon already know the move for carrying people on water? Yeah, they do. Alright. I think we're good here. I'm gonna buy 9 Great Balls. Thank you very much. Goodbye. I think we can just catch a Pokemon if we just use a good rod right here. There's something we can catch in here, which is cool. In fact, I should probably try to... Maybe I should for now, I'll consider it. After we catch this new Pokemon, we'll figure it out. Nope, that's a Krabby. It is level 20 though. I guess we could battle it for fun. We could try to do some evolutions. That might be fun. Switch out our Quagsire because he doesn't, or even our Gyarados. Just to push the evolutions in through. Okay, he is asleep. Double slap. Kind of weak, but okay. Is Krabby just, like, really strong? Yeah, but I used to drink a lot of energy drink. I remember Monster kind of came out, like, a lot later. Because I remember getting addicted to Monster in, like, high school. But I remember before that, I was really into, like, Amp. I think Amp was, like, my favorite. Other than... I think it was just Amp. Which they do still make Amp, but it's called, like, Mountain Dew Amp or something. It's another one that's, like, just Mountain Dew branded. Blatantly. But they had, like, a bunch of different flavors of Amp. Like, I used to like Amp a lot. Now it's just a really boring looking energy drink. I'll say it. It's just really boring. Alright, hold on. Let me figure out what we can switch out here. Actually, I'm realizing Gyarados and Quagsire kind of evolved pretty early. I feel like maybe we will have to drop Quagsire then, because I feel like he maybe just isn't that great a Pokemon as much as I like him on just, you know, his raw merit. And his charisma. He might not be worth using, keeping full game. We still got Pokemon to catch. Okay, sorry. Just extra research we're doing. Still wasn't the Pokemon we wanted. Dana Lass. I don't care about you, Dana Lass. Oh, she's the one with the Flaffy. Actually, she's kind of cool. Flaffy's a cool Pokemon. I like Flaffy. I'd say I'm a bit of a flaffer. I couldn't think of something that sounded better than that. That was the best thing I could think of to say. Crossing the sea, then listen up. There are whirlpools on the way to Signwood. Your Pokemon must know a special move to get over the whirlpools. I wonder what that move is called. Huh, your Pokemon sure look like lightweights. They don't have the power to move boulders aside. Here, use this and teach them strength. You'll need Goldenrod's gym badge to use that outside battle. We've got strength. Okay. That's gonna open up some doors. Yeah, so that's cool. On the sea, the only thing you can count on is your own good self. I'm so proud of my buff bod. Okay, dude. Sure. Sailors are really generous. One taught my Pokemon strength. Now it can move big boulders. I can relate to that. Wow, you and your Pokemon are really close. Thank you. There's a person in Signwood City across the sea. I heard him bragging about his rare Pokemon. Men. Always bragging about their rare Pokemon. God, I hate them. Thank you for waiting. Bill's PC. I am gonna switch out some Pokemon just for fun here. I think we'll try to fully evolve everything just for the heck of it. Did you say item storage space full? Are you joking? Oh, it's a Quick Claw. I forgot he had that. Alright, we're gonna do some of the power pants. God, I've got 4 different windows open. Rico. Deposit Lola. I guess I could deposit Lapras as well, but I'm not going to. We have 2 Pauls, which is very sad for us. I'm gonna take Krabby. And I'm gonna take Tentacruel. And we'll just we'll try our hand with pushing these guys into some fun little... Actually, Ophelia knows Surf. Theoretically, we could store Rachel as well. What is Missy even holding? Poison Cure Berry. I think we only do this for maybe 2 at a time. Let's do that. Let's train these guys up for the heck of it. I kind of want to give this to Carlisle. Here you go. Burnt berry cures freezing. We've got a bitter berry. We've got ice berries. Mystery berry. Let's just throw out these mystery berries. There you go. This might be fun. We'll get to travel with these Pokemon for a little bit, so that'll be kind of pog or something. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it'll be fun. Maybe it'll be a good time. Pokemon we wouldn't normally even bother with. Switched the wrong one. Whoops. I didn't take Olivine out. I think I'm gonna call switching out between Lapras and I don't know, either Quagsire or I believe Quagsire was the weaker one. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna deposit Rachel instead, just because it's slightly stronger, and then we'll withdraw Quagsire just so we can kind of. We'll do that. Okay, there we go. Sure. I think that's right. I hope I haven't messed anything up. Should be interesting. I don't want to have more than 2, because I could do down to 3, but I feel like I'm kind of pushing it at that point into just giving myself a really bad party. But like 2 is kind of bad, but at the same time not the worst thing. It's manageable. There was like a random video on YouTube the other day that was just it's like there's an official Pokemon channel on YouTube that sometimes just releases like animated Pokemon shorts and stuff. And I watched one the other day that was just about Magikarp. It was just a Magikarp short about like a kid that befriended a Magikarp and then he evolved into a Gyarados. It's like, it was really cute. I watch some of those sometimes and I'm like, this is weird and interesting, because like I don't know any other like video game company or anything that like does stuff like that where they just like create just random free YouTube content for like fans. It's just bizarre. It's like they're a good company. I you know, they're a good company. They care when they care. And even though they released a bad game recently, they're still kind of cool. I don't know, I still kind of think, like, in my brain, Pokemon Violet was not a bad game. It was just, like, lacking in polish. But otherwise, like, I actually had a good time playing it. I won't say it was a wasted experience, you know, at all. It wasn't. It was fun. I'm looking for this Pokemon. If you have Krabby, would you trade it for my Voltorb? Actually, I do have a Krabby, but I'm not going to trade it for a Voltorb, so bye. Whenever I get in trouble, Daddy always scares me. I'm sorry to hear that. Along the way in Signwood, there's 4 deserted islands. Bad kids are taken to the islands as punishment. What? What? Alright, we're just gonna fish for a little while. We're looking for stuff. We're looking for specific stuff here. Oh, that's it. There it is. That's what we're looking for. We can catch a Staryu. Now I can use a fast ball. Oh, catching fast Pokemon. Never mind. I thought that was like a quick ball. Alright, what we do is we throw out a Pokeball just randomly and we just kind of hope for fun. This is always the fun thing that we do. But it just like kind of just works. Oh, it was close. And now we try to actually battle. So it's a water type. And therefore, I don't know. Therefore, we throw out Tentacool. I don't know why I just used a track. Staryu literally does not have a gender. Acid. Acid, I believe, should be a special type move, so it shouldn't be affected by defense. Maybe it is, I don't know. We're hoping for the poison. Really hoping for the poison. Really hoping. Yeah, still kind of hoping for that poison. That is such bullshit. I think they removed that from the game. Did they not? They removed Recover, because holy crap, does that suck. There's, like, just no downside to using it. Like, at least with, like, rest and stuff like that, it's like you put yourself to sleep when you use it. But, like, this is just, like, it's free. Let me just heal myself. It's just so dumb. Can you even I'm looking up acid. I just want to poison it. Oh, it doesn't have the capacity to poison. Never mind. It has a 2% chance of lowering its defense. I'm just throwing the ball. If we throw a lure ball, we could throw a level ball. It's like lower level. It worked. Let's go. Free star you? At night, the center of its body slowly flickers with the same rhythm as a human heartbeat. Give a nickname to Staryu? Yes. We're gonna call you Dave. Good name. Alright, we got a Staryu now. Hold on. I was kind of lost in figuring something out there. Just want to make sure we're not missing anything specific. Okay. This should be the lighthouse, right? That's the lighthouse, also known as the Glitter Lighthouse. I want to find the harbor first, I think. I think this is the harbor here. Or what would be defined as the harbor. Thank you for waiting. Your Pokemon are fully healed. I hope to see you again. Okay, goodbye. Did my Krabby not even level up from that? It's upsetting. Okay. How many rods do you have? Different rods catch different Pokemon. Okay, I think this is what I'm looking for. This specific area. I could probably send Slowpoke out, actually. Slowpoke has confusion now. We don't want you to fall into the sea, so you're not allowed in. Shellder are easy to catch here. They're kind of rare elsewhere. That's one of the Pokemon we're looking for. So that's good news. Good news. We're in the right place. Oh, and this is the other thing we're looking for. Chinchou. Alright. With the Chinchou, we use, I mean, we could just throw a level ball out there. I feel like just throwing the Pokeballs is like the first thing we do. If we're just gonna like waste something, let's throw a Pokeball. Not even a waste. Not even a waste. Free. I'm realizing I don't have enough space on my... I only have 2 boxes left on my actual overlay. It shoots positive and negative electricity between the tips of its 2 antennae and zaps at its enemies. Alright, what are we naming our Chinchou? Chinchou's a male. We're gonna name him, Paul. No, I'm just kidding. Let's name him Derek. Derek's a cool name. His name is Derek. Derek the Chinchou. Honestly, I feel like we should use Chinchou, if I'm being completely straight with you. In fact, I think I'm gonna transfer it to my party. Let's try to catch the Shellder first. Alright, I don't trust this. I don't know, we send out Rico here. Dude, I made a chicken soup, back on... I think I made it on Sunday. No, I think I made it, no, hold on. I bought all the ingredients on Saturday, and I remember, because it snowed on Sunday. And we got, like, snowed in. Or I got snowed in. And I was, like, so glad that I went to the store the day before. It was, like, really cool, you know? I remember because I was talking to my, like, sister, my mom. My mom it was apparently inviting me to this. They were going to brunch with my 2 sisters. My mom was going to brunch with my 2 sisters. And she's like, do you want to go? And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not. The reason I said no is because it's, like, a really long drive, and it's, like, they're going 11. So, for me, that's, like, you know, I'm driving, like, 45 minutes out to meet for brunch at 11. It's just, like, not really worth it for me, because then I have to, like, leave the house at, like, 10-ish. I don't know, just really wasn't feeling that vibe. I'm like, no, it's Sunday. I want to sleep in and just, like, chill at home. But then I wake up the next morning, only to, like, look outside and see that I'm, like, it's, like, a ton of snow. Way too much snow. And so I'm like, I text them, I'm like, I hope the snow didn't ruin your guys' brunch. And they were all like, yeah, it totally ruined our lunch. I'm like, yeah, we had to cancel it. I'm like, that's weird, because I wasn't paying attention to the weather, but I assumed they would have been, and they just didn't expect it to snow for some reason. Ah, it was almost free. Problem is, I actually did not plan this out very well, so yeah, my boxes, I'm gonna need to, like, fix it, because I'm gonna need to add more boxes, because this isn't even, we're not even close to having a full roster. Sorry, I got distracted. I had a thought going through my head. Yeah, my sisters, they didn't go to brunch. But I remember because I put my chicken in the freezer, and I had to, like, defrost it. I spent the whole Sunday just defrosting this chicken so I could, like, make my soup. Uh-oh. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, so I made, like, crockpot soup, and it lasted for, I'll say, like, 2 days, which is good. Because, like, I've had a crockpot, like, I made a beef stew once that lasted, like, almost a week, and I was, like, putting it back and forth into the fridge, and it was just, like, I'm pretty sure by the end of it, I was getting sick from it. So I would pull it out and, like, eat a little bit, and I'd be like, oh, this is not agreeing with my stomach anymore. I think it was starting to go bad. But I don't know why, because I was, like, trying to keep it, like, covered, and basically would just warm it up. But it's like, obviously I learned my lesson, you know, you can't have a big container just, like, you know, kind of put it back and forth in the fridge for multiple days. So, I was happy to have just finished it in 2 days. Satisfied with that. It's basically because I ate nothing else but this soup. I literally just stopped eating anything else, and I'm like, I'm just going to eat this soup until it's gone, and then I'll start eating other things. That's what I did. Yeah, it was good. I used, like, an herb mix that my aunt gave me. She sent me it as a Christmas gift. And I had, like, a recipe that I was looking up. And I realized that a lot of the herbs and stuff that they mentioned on the recipe were just, like, in this herb mix. I'm like, so why don't I just use this? And just put a bunch of this in there. And it turned out really good. It was really interesting. But it did have some flavors in there were really, like, interesting. They were, like, kind of unexpected in, like, a soup. I was like, It had, like, tarragon in it. There was, like, mustard in it. What was the other weird one? I forget. It swims facing backwards by opening and closing its 2-piece shell. It is surprisingly fast. Just like Ocarina of Time. Alright, we're naming Shelder. We got a lot of guys. I'm gonna name him Horace. Sweet. Good evening. It's me, Ralph. Got a minute? Want to battle? No. Alright, it's at this exact moment we have a full 10 boxes on the left screen. So, I'm gonna need to do something about that. I just don't know what. We'll do it between streams, I guess, unless we catch another Pokemon, which is likely if we make it to Whirl Islands. Which is, we're likely to do, actually. No, maybe not. I gotta do the lighthouse here, and then we'll probably do the gym. So we'll just see how long that takes. And then maybe I won't even make it all the way out to Whirl Islands. Whoops. I save. Yeah, but the chicken soup, it was really good. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. But yeah, after that, I just recipe was weird though. In the past, Pokemon used to light the sea around Olivine at night. The lighthouse was made in honor of those Pokemon. Oh, I thought you would be a trainer. People train at this lighthouse. It's not easy to climb because of all the trainers. What happens if I fall down this? Nothing. Cool. Maybe that's just like a shortcut back down to the bottom at the end. Maybe there's just a whole line of them that just lines up. This has got an interesting theme. Yeah, it does. This is no place for playing. Gentleman Alfred wants to battle. There was something interesting about the recipe, but now I'm forgetting what it was. I mean, I'd never made chicken noodle soup before. So, I didn't realize when you make it, like I bought the skinless, boneless chicken breast. I didn't realize. Oh, I should have switched out for the chin chow, actually. Why didn't I do that? Would have been a good call. I don't know. Who do we send out? Doesn't Noctowl have like a dark type? No, I think it's still normal flying, isn't it? Just down to Ophelia. So I didn't realize that you buy the chicken breast and then you literally cook it in the broth. I was confused because the recipe like wasn't super specific, right? It just said in a bowl in the crock pot, put the chicken and then put all the vegetables on top and then put all the broth and everything and the herbs and then mix it up. And I was like, "Wait. Mix it up?" I was like, "First of all, they didn't even tell me to like cut up the chicken." And I'm like, "So I got to like look up." So I looked later, and they're like, "Oh no, you what do you call it? You shred the chicken." So I basically just like shredded it after it was cooked. I took 2 forks and I like shredded it up. I guess that was what I was supposed to do because I didn't want it. It's too hot to just do it by hand. So I assumed that's how I was supposed to do it. I'm not like, I'm new to cooking-ish. I just kind of pick things up as I go. I like cooking. It's fun. I just kind of figure things out as I go. So, like, I don't know what the process of shredding chicken really is. I just assumed, like, I take it out, and I'm like, it's too hot for me to do it by hand, so I use 2 forks to, like, just pull it apart. And it worked, so I think that's what I was supposed to do, unless I'm literally supposed to, like, put it in the blender or something. That'd be funny. I can't imagine. Like, I feel like if I was an idiot, I might think to, like, put it in the blender or something. If I was, like, really dumb, I feel like somebody's probably done that at some point. How do I shred the chicken? I feel like you can almost just always count on somebody just being dumb enough to do, like, the dumbest idea you have. You know what I mean? Somebody's done it. But I was confused because I'm like, surely I don't just put, like, raw chicken in with all of this other stuff, right? It just didn't feel right to me. I'm like, raw chicken is, like, the one thing you don't, like, you keep away from everything else, right? It's usually you cook it and then you put everything else in. Unless it's, like, garlic, I guess. You can put, like, garlic and onions and, like, caramelize them and then put chicken on top. I don't know, it just felt wrong. But no, it's apparently what you're supposed to do. It, like, cooks the chicken, and then you take the chicken out, shred it, and then put it back in. Did this guy just say something about, like, his wife being... Oh. It's not his wife. It's the Pokemon at the top. I was like, this guy's just like, my wife is a horrible illness, and it can't be cured. I was like, dude, that's heavy. That's not what he said, though. Okay. Kind of heavy news to spring on a child that you don't know. Oh, we're gonna put Ophelia back. And we're gonna take out this Chinchou and then try to level that up. I think that'll be a fun little adventure for us. What can we give you? Anything? Oh yeah, I was trying to get rid of these mystery berries. Did I get more of these? I want to check TMs to see if we have any, like, obvious electric type stuff. It doesn't look like it. It would be helpful. Let's see if it knows any electric type moves. It knows Thunder Wave. It's not particularly good yet. Okay. Sorry, I was just thinking for a second. Okay. Yeah, it just felt wrong. I did it anyways. And then... Oh, the other weird thing about the recipe is it had, like, a note later on to be like... This recipe has... We've got user complaints from this recipe that, like, the pasta, if you put it in with the crock pot, it doesn't boil properly. So it, like, won't cook all the way. And they're like, so we recommend cooking it separately and then putting it in. And I was like, oh, that's a hassle. But I did it. I also, since it's a slow cooker, it's like made to like cook it over a period of like 8 hours, I think, if you have it on low. I was like, I can't wait 8 hours. I ended up like not finishing it until like 9 p.m. But I had to like fast track it, so I put it on high for 4 hours. It is the thing about slow cookers, is they're like cool, but like they're intended to be slow cook. You know, it's intended that you actually use the slow cook functionality. But it's like, I don't know. It's cool when it's like not like a lot of prep and you just do it in the morning, and by the end of the day it's just like you have a meal and it's just ready. Also, it just, your house like smells like food all day, which is kind of pleasant, honestly. Kind of like that feature. It's a good feature. Does flail hurt meat? Huey is about to use Poliwhirl. Yeah, we don't even have Poliwhirl yet. Kind of cringe. Let's use Supersonic. Oh, I should have switched Pokemon. Whoops. I hate it when it says it couldn't affect. You know, every time I got that message as a kid, I always thought it was just impossible. That it would just never work. Because it's like, I always thought if it didn't, like, hit, it would say, oh, it missed. The attack missed. But no, I think it says it doesn't affect the Pokemon if it's, like, a status-affecting move rather than a physical, like, attack. Or a special attack, I suppose. But yeah, this morning I just ordered a bunch of like Taco Bell breakfast. I was like, oh, whatever. Ordered Taco Bell breakfast. I was craving like a breakfast, a fast food breakfast for some reason. Every now and again, I get that craving for like a fast food breakfast, like a McDonald's Egg McMuffin or something. It's like, because you can only get it if you order before 11. So it's almost like, you know, you gotta order it early, you know. I didn't want McDonald's, though. I was like, let's order breakfast somewhere else. I decided upon Taco Bell. They got a bunch of, like, egg breakfast items. It was alright. Kind of regret it, honestly. Taco Bell sucks. It's not good. I got Huey's number. Still not one of the guys I need. Wow, that one I just got, actually. Look at that guy, all by himself. All by his lonesome. Why are you here? Are you just going to gawk? I suggest that you leave. Why are you here? Are we not all free to be here? Wherever we want to be? Wow, look at how many Pokemon this guy has. I mean, it'd be nice if Derek had, like, a Thunder Shock. Then he would be, like, Pog. Yeah, cooking's fun. I find cooking fun, but it's like a lot of preparation in advance sometimes, and that's the only thing that like bothers me about it. Especially with again with a slow cooker meal, it's like not only do you have to like cook it slow, but it's like a big. You usually make like a big container full of it, so it's like you have so much food that it takes a really long time to like put everything together. I had to chop up an entire onion. The recipe called for an entire onion, which didn't seem right until I put the noodles in, which kind of masked how much onion was in there. I'll say it just looked like way too much onion. After it was like done cooking, I'm like, that still looks like too much onion. But I put the noodles in and I'm like, oh, now it looks like just normal. So it said an entire onion. I didn't use an entire onion, I will say. Because I had used a small chunk of onion to make scrambled eggs once. And so it had like a small chunk taken out of it. But it also said to use a yellow onion. Which is another thing. I get a lot of recipes that ask for like yellow onions. I go to the store and I can never find a yellow onion. It's always like a white onion, a red onion, or a sweet onion. I'm like, what the heck is a yellow onion? Like, what are they talking about? So I usually just buy a red onion or a white onion. I think I had a white onion. I just don't really get it. I don't know if it's just weird that my store doesn't, like, sell yellow onions, or maybe I'm just looking in the wrong place, but there's, like, 3 types of onions all right next to each other. And then there's, what do they call the, small onion? You know the tiny onions? Shoot, what are they called? Shallots. They're little shallots. I mean, they have freaking shallots, and they don't have yellow onions. I remember I was talking about shallots the other day. I brought them up. I was talking about cooking, and I'm like, yeah, I put shallots in it. And, like, nobody knew what I was talking about. They're like, what's a shallot? I'm like, wait. Really? People don't know what shallots are. Huh. Interesting. It's literally like just a tiny onion. It's like a really skinny onion. But anyways, the yellow onion, I always think it's the closest thing that looks like it is like the sweet onion, but I'm like, I can't get a sweet onion. That's a whole, like, I'm introducing a foreign element, you know, just an element of chaos into the mix. I don't know if that's gonna work. It's gonna be sweet. It's gonna add a sweetness to it. Do I want that? I should probably just look it up. Sometimes I just don't feel like it. What did I cook before that? I mean, I made the pina coladas, which was kind of like cooking. Similar process. Basically the same thing. Wish I had rare candies. I'm tired. Oh, I started playing, Splatoon 3 is now my current game. I'm only playing it because I needed I needed something easy. And it's I mean, it's not the easiest game. They took a lot of elements from, like, the Octo expansion, I noticed. And, like, that's got some really hard levels in it. Octo expansion was actually kind of hard, all things considered, but this is not as hard, but it's got some challenges in it that are really a bit tricky. But I like the lore of Splatoon. I think it's just a fun game. I also think I'm gonna try to play some of the multiplayer. Maybe do some streams with playing Splatoon 3 online. Because I feel like if I got myself into it, I feel like I could be decently good at it. I remember when the first Splatoon came out, all of my friends hated the motion controls, and I was like, I hated them too. I'm like, yeah, that's dumb. Like, oh, you gotta, like, they have this weird motion control thing where it's like you have the control stick to, like, aim, but then they add in motion controls, and it's like, oh, well, nobody liked that. But I realized upon, like, trying to play it, the motion controls actually are, like, kind of necessary. Like, they actually, it's way better as a game, control-wise. Like, it fixes the problem with console shooters, which is the lack of precise aim. But with just, like, this minute, like, you know, readjustment, these, like, small adjustments you can make with just the motion controls, it, like, fixes it. And it makes it so it's, like, it can actually be a really high-skill kind of game. So you kind of need it. And so, since I've played a lot of the story, I've gotten pretty good at the motion controls and everything. So, I feel like I could play online. I just haven't done it since, like, a little bit on Splatoon 2, I think. Like, a long time ago when that game first came out, I played it online and then never really touched it again. And then I've been going back and playing just the story modes. But, like, the lore is, like, really interesting. Splatoon has really good lore. It's a good game. Yeah, I'm doing that. That's my current game I'm playing. I got a lot of stuff on the docket, to be honest. I bought 2 more games that I plan on playing in the next... after I beat this, because I gotta get through... I must train some more. I need to play Bayonetta 3. Jasmine used to use rock Pokemon like Onix. I wonder why she changed. Jasmine is the city's gym leader. I mean to bring her back with me. Nobody had better get in my way. Last Connie. Meryl. Meryl's actually going to be a really tricky Pokemon for us to get. I know it's like one of those that we got to get, but it's actually going to be kind of hard. It's a pretty rare Pokemon. I was thinking about, like, how useful an Azumarill I think would be with, its... You know, if it had, in Gen 2, if it had the Fairy type, I think I would use it. But since it doesn't in this generation, it's just kind of a really tanky water Pokemon, which is good, but... Again, I've said it many times, but I don't really want to use more than one just base water type and nothing else. Unfortunately, Azumarill is just a base water type. That might hurt. You should resist it, but... Okay, we're good. Bubble Beam is, I think, a pretty powerful water-type attack. Eck, my Pokemon. Anybody would be worried if his or her own Pokemon were hurt. I'll pray for the Pokemon here so Jasmine can come back to the gym. I'm theorizing. Obviously, I think we want to drop down that hole, but I want to see what's over here first. Jasmine must be worried sick about the Pokemon. She won't even smile these days. Oh, what do we use? What does Scary Face even do? Use Fury Cutter. Got a bit of food stuck in my teeth that's really bothering me. Oh, I have floss right there. It was like I just didn't want to get up. go like take a break just to go grab floss. That feels better. We'll have to go grab a drink in a second, though. Speaking of sick, I've heard there's a good pharmacy in Signwood. You know, I've been thinking if I continue this series for, like, multiple games, eventually I'll get to, like, you know, I'm like, do I redo the, like, Gen 1 remakes, like Fire Red, Leaf Green? Oh, there's another. Where would this go? Surely we have to go through the middle at some point. Surely that's the secret way we're supposed to go. Like, should I redo Fire Red, Leaf Green with, like, a different type? Those count? And then I'm thinking of the, I'm like, what if I do the, like, Pokemon Coliseum and, like, Pokemon XD as well? Because those are Gen 3, technically. But I'm like, are those even possible? Because they're really limited in the Pokemon you can get. At least from what I played at Coliseum. I never played XD. But I assume it's kind of the same deal. But in Coliseum, it's like, you can't catch wild Pokemon. You can only, catch, you basically steal Pokemon from trainers, but you can only steal a Shadow Pokemon if the trainer has it. That way you can take the moral high ground and be like, actually, this is mine now because you, that's an illegal Pokemon that you have. So you could just take it. But there's like a really limited pool of Pokemon in the game that you can actually catch. So it's just dependent on like if there is a viability, but then it's like how do I make that work? I just don't know. Hard to say. You start with an Umbreon and an Espeon that are not Shadow, and then every other Pokemon you catch is like a Shadow type, and then you have to like cure it of its shadowness in order to, like... I don't know what if it really hinders it that... I think it does, because sometimes it just, like, will do something weird. You just have to, like, reduce its shadow level down, and then it'll stop doing the weird thing, but it'll always have a move taken up by, like, a shadow rush, I think is the name of the move. Something like that. It's a weird game. I might just play it, like, straight. Honestly, just play the game straight. Do it on a stream or something. Maybe I'll do a Let's Play of it, actually. That game, though, I always found those games so interesting. I've always meant to go back and finish Coliseum at some point. Play XD. They're cool. I just never did. It's on the docket. I have a lot of stuff I want to play is kind of GameCube, Wii era, I think. That I think will just be interesting content. Interesting, games for me to play. I guess there are some, like, Super Nintendo things that I could go back to as well, but there's nothing, like, super standing out to me at the moment that I'm like, oh yeah, I should go back and play that. I mean, there's Mario RPG, actually. I've been thinking about that one. That's one I do want to play. Never really played that one either. This guy's got a Pharaoh. Pharaoh's one of those, like, Gen 1 Pokemons that I wonder if anybody ever really uses. I'm like, it's probably, like, a pretty alright Pokemon, right? But it's like, I feel like Pidgeot's probably better in Gen 1. So it's like, if you're gonna use Pidgey, or you're gonna use, like, a normal flying type, you may as well use, like a Pidgeot instead. I'm like, does anybody, like, actually just really like Pharaoh? Like, that's my favorite Pokemon. I feel like it's just a really, like, forgettable one. I mean, it would be. I feel like it would be forgettable if it wasn't for the fact that it just appears in, like, every single Pokemon game. Like, really early on. There's Sparrow's, like, just ubiquitous. It's in every single Pokemon game. You can't escape it. This trainer might beat me. I'm kind of okay with it. I don't really care that much. Cool. Well, we'll see if Missy can just win somehow. I doubt it. Cool. Okay, that's fine. At least they don't make you, like, do payouts to the winner. Actually, I'll be right back. I'm gonna save, actually, and then I'm gonna go get a drink. Yeah, I forgot. I was gonna drink a Red Bull before the stream, and then I just totally forgot. Now I feel it's too late. The ship has sailed on that. It's like, if I have a Red Bull at, like, 6, like, that's not a big deal. I'll just be wired for a couple hours, but I'll probably still be able to go to sleep at a... normally, I assume. Probably not a good idea, but I don't know. I know my limits. I'm always testing the limits, you know, of what's possible. Oh, I thought that was the guy. Was it that guy or was it this guy? There's no guy down there, so it must have been this guy. We're pretty high up here. My bird Pokemon are having a great time inside this lighthouse. Critical? Aw, man, it was close. We were kind of hoping for it. I should have just attacked. Derek might go down. Fury attack is so annoying. Oh my god. It's gonna be my like 30th birthday in 4 months, 4-ish months. Apparently my mom is British, and so her family, her side of the family, apparently, you know, they live in England, obviously, and they have like big parties around 30th birthdays, which is not like a thing that anybody does in America. 30th birthday is like, I mean, maybe some people are like, that's a big deal, but I don't know. I don't really feel like it's a big deal. It's just like, oh, well, I'm another year older. It's just like, it's just not the most exciting thing to be like, oh, I'm 30 now. I'm in my 30s. No longer in my 20s. You know, it's just like, do I want to celebrate that? I don't know. Maybe it's bad attitude to be like that, but I don't know. It's not like hype, you know? Not like, exciting. But it's like, yeah, apparently it's a big deal. So, but the thing was, maybe I shouldn't tell this story, because I'm like kind of going to trash talk them a little bit. Basically, as far as I know, they were planning a trip to come to the US this year. And I don't, like, if you ask me, I don't think it has anything to do with my birthday. I think it was just they were planning a trip, and then they realized it was around my birthday, and then they started being like, oh, we're coming for your birthday. But it's like, the thing is, they're coming, and, you know, it's not the whole trip, it's just my birthday trip, because they're like, you know, so they start planning this whole thing for my birthday. I was mostly annoyed for one. The first reason was just that, like, I wasn't involved in any of the planning. It was just like, oh, we're planning to go to like Orlando, and we'll go to like Disney World, and you know, maybe Universal Studios or something. We're going on a trip for like 3 days. I'm like, okay, well, why wasn't I involved in any of the planning for this? You know, it's like you're just like springing this on me, you know. And then it was annoying because I felt like, you know, my mom was like pressuring me into like, you know, deciding upon this. I was telling her, I'm like, you know, well, I don't really like the idea of this at all. My Pokemon learn how to use Fly in Cyanwood. Since I'm a loser, I'll fly across the sea. Don't be so hard on yourself, man. I mean, you are a loser, but don't be so hard on yourself, man. Yeah, but it's like, okay, so they're coming over, but it's like I said, it's not their whole trip. And so they're spending 3 days there, and then they're going off and doing other stuff. And not even, like, I'm not even involved in any of that, you know? It's just like, I go home after that. And then they just go do whatever. Which is, like, fine. I think the only, like, the issue I have with it is just, like, kind of being dragged along on a thing that, like, I feel like doesn't really have anything to do with me. It's like, I'm not really involved in this. It's just, it just kind of feels like, you know, I'm being, like, roped into something just for the hell of it. So, I don't know. I wasn't very happy about the whole thing. But, you know, they were planning it, and my mom's calling me. She's like, oh, you gotta make a decision because they gotta buy the flight tickets, and they gotta get everything planned. And I'm like, ugh. Bro, I just, like, whatever. Whatever. So I was expressing my frustration with the whole thing. It's like, I don't like being pressured into this. It's like, this is a nightmare for me. Nightmare scenario to, like, be like, hey, you're doing this. Like, what are you, like, just say yes. I'm like, And she's like, well, if you want to go somewhere else, you can plan something else. And she gave me, like, a day to do it. So she's like, here, I'll give you a day, and, like, you let us know if you have a different plan for the next day. And she's, like, telling me, she's like, oh, well, you know, if we didn't plan it, like, you wouldn't plan anything. And I'm like, I mean, technically kind of true, but, like, I actually don't think that's true, honestly. I just haven't had any other, like, it's just, like, so far off. Like, 4 months is, like, a long time. But I get it. For them, it's, like, they're planning an international trip. So it's, like, you know, it is a big deal. It is something, like, you have to plan in advance. And then even if I wasn't planning an international trip, it's, like, the tickets, you gotta, like, get the tickets at the cheapest, you know, and then it's just, like, a whole nightmare for me. I don't like, the thing is, I don't like traveling, though, at all. It's just why I don't plan trips. It's because, I mean, the first thing was, like, I don't want to do anything. It's like, I don't really want to do anything for my birthday. It's like, I'm happy to just, like, either just go to a restaurant or just go stay at home, watch a movie with family, and just whatever, you know, have a normal birthday. That's really all. You know. But it's like, okay, can I come up with a better idea in a single day? And I'm like, I don't know. I need more time to, like, think about it, you know? Not enough time. Every time I come back to Olivine, I visit the gym. Gym leader's Pokemon type has changed without me noticing. I thought that was going to be a way cooler item than it ended up being. Alright, Missy's getting up there in levels. She's almost level 20. Did I name her Missy? I don't even remember doing that. That was a cool name. Hey, bro. I wanted to battle Jasmine, but she's not up to it now, so how about you? Yeah, sure, I'll battle you. Sailor Ernest wants to battle. Alright, fighting types are kind of iffy for us. We don't really have a good counter yet. No, actually we do. We have Speedy. Never mind. We have Speedy. I forgot he's got a psychic attack now. Of course, he's kind of low health. Confusion. Outspeed him, Speedy. You joking? Double critical? I hate Karate Chop. Can I just say, I think that move sucks. It makes me upset that it exists. Just use Cut. I don't know. Water Gun maybe should have used instead. That's fine. Machop. Yeah, I don't know. I was put off by the whole thing. My mom suggested, oh, well, maybe we can go to Vegas. And I'm like, well, do I want to go to Vegas? I'm, like, not a big gambler. I've been, like, I go to casinos every now and again with friends, but it's like, I'm not, like, gonna go on a trip to, like, casinos. I mean, I guess there's other stuff to do in Vegas, but, like, I just don't know enough. I think you can go to, like, shows and stuff, and you can go see, like, maybe I could go see, like, Penn and Teller. Did Penn and Teller in frickin'... They're in Vegas, right? That'd be cool. I'd love to go see like a magic show. As lame as that sounds. I'm kind of into like I watch a lot of that stuff on YouTube. Like like Chris Ramsey's been doing like a series. I think that's his name, right? Chris Ramsey. He's been doing a series where he just highlights like really talented magicians and illusionists and stuff like that and card what are they called? There's like different types. So there's like a magician that will do like whatever. There's guys that do card tricks, you know. There's also people that just do like I forget what they're called, like card handlers or something, like are just really talented at like moving cards between their fingers and like all over the place and like doing there's crazy stuff like that. It's not even really magic. It's just like really cool dexterity tricks that you can do to impress your friends. Like really people that are really talented with that. Card they're called card something. Card I forget. Chris Ramsey's great though. He's got a I kind of watch him off and on. He also does, like, puzzle videos, which is how I discovered him initially, was I used to watch, like, a little bit of, like, Mr. Puzzle. I'd watch him. And then I think Chris Ramsey kind of got recommended. And then he would do, like, magic, but also do, like, puzzle boxes and stuff. And so I would watch a bunch of that. That was, like, years ago. I don't know if he even really still does a lot of stuff like that. But he's a good guy. He's got a good channel out there. I like his stuff. Yeah. Oh, I also watched a lot of, like, clips from, like, Penn and Teller's Fool Us. Watched a bunch of that. Sometimes you just get recommended stuff from, like, TV shows. Like, yeah, I watched Fool Us. I watched some, like, Jeopardy stuff at times. I've watched some, like, British, like, I always get recommended at the end of the year, there's, like, this thing called the Great British, or the Great, shit, what's it called? The Game Show of the Year or something? The Great End of Year Game Show or something, or it's just, like, a special where they just do a game show, and then a bunch of, like, comedians are on and just guess all these, like, pop culture things. I never really know any of the references. They talk about like these media news articles, and they're very British, I think, most of the time. So that's why I don't necessarily am as familiar with them. But I watch that. I get recommended that like every year. YouTube sends me that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll watch that. Highlights from the end of year game show. I'll also watch like Taskmaster. Taskmaster's got a great YouTube channel. They basically just they upload like clips, highlights, compilations, and like entire episode. I think they've got like a new wave of popularity now, because I hadn't heard of the show until it got on YouTube, and then I realized I've talked to a few people, and a bunch of people apparently like watch this thing now. Oh, we're at the top. How do I get that? Huey, don't bother me right now, man. I don't care about your Poliwag, dude. I literally just met you. Would it be funny if I fell down this? Okay, I think I know how that works. Oh, actually... no. I thought they would all connect, but no, it's just every one is like one down. So that's why that was so high up. Makes sense. Did I ever talk to you? Leader also needs to be compassionate. Sure thing, bro. Hello, Jasmine. Jasmine, this Pokemon always kept the sea lit at night, but it suddenly got sick. It's gasping for air. I understand that there is a wonderful pharmacy in Cyanwood. That's across the sea, and I can't leave Oh, it's an Ampharos, unattended. Maybe I ask you to get some medicine for me, please. Yeah, of course. Papaloo. Breathing is terribly labored. That's so sad. Let me just grab this item over here, though. I gotta go all the way to Cyanwood. Alright, that's cool. I'm down. So we can't do this gym just yet. We gotta go get medicine. So I assume there's a gym in Cyanwood as well, so I guess we just do that gym first. I'll have to make sure my badge order is correct. Because I just kind of have them, like, in order. Some order, but I don't know if it's the right order to get the Cyanwood badge next. I would assume so. Let's heal my Pokemon. Alright. Let's see here. I want to check this, because this should show my badges, right? Okay, so they should be in order. Yeah, I think they've got the Cyanwood gym leader next. Okay. So I suppose we just head west. Although you can't see it from here, Cyanwood is across the sea. Route 40. Okay, let me just do a once-over before we travel across the ocean and see if there's anything we can get currently before I head out to that direction. Okay, there is one thing, because we have the strength HM. We can go back to... Slowpoke Well. And get a King's Rock. So... I say we go do that. That'll be fun. It's gonna take us a little while. It's a bit of a trip. And we don't have a, we don't have Fly. We have to get Fly from Cyanwood, I think. That's what the other guy said, right? But, I mean, otherwise, that's about it. That's the only thing. Is it worth it to get a King's Rock right now? Let me think. King's Rock can get us a Slow King, and it can get us a Polytoad. Technically, that might be a good idea. Because if we do the trade evolution, we can get Slow King. And I think we kind of want to do that before we evolve, before our guy just kind of evolves on his own. So I'm going to go grab the King's Rock. Unfortunately, we only get one King's Rock from that, but there is another way to get a King's Rock. It's just going to be kind of tricky. It's a little harder, and what we have to do is we'll have to catch a bunch of Slowpoke and or Poliwhirl, because they have a small chance of holding a... What's this guy doing? Today's Tuesday. That means the bug catching contest is on today. The rules are simple. Using one of your Pokemon, catch a bug Pokemon to be judged. No. No thank you. There was a trainer in here that wanted to battle me, though. I don't have her phone number anymore, so I don't know if it, like, deletes the possibility if I don't have their phone number in my thing. But we'll see. We'll just talk to somebody. Probably not you. No. Bro, I'm a big dog. I think I just want everybody's phone number. Oh, okay. This person was available. Hello. She's got a Snubble. It's still level 14. Well, I don't see us losing this battle. I was going to mention the whole mystery gift thing. Like I said, I've been doing that every day. I log on, I get a mystery gift. I talked about the whole apricorn thing, which is really weird. But, like, I realized the mystery gift thing kind of sucks. I don't really know if I'm going to be able to get that many water stones. That's kind of the only reason I need mystery gift, is just the hope that I would get a water stone. But I looked up, like, the okay, hold on. Yeah, Waterstone is a 0.2% chance. If you can believe it. That's really low. But at the same time, I kind of thought, like, that's not that bad, given that the spread, like, the highest percentage chance of getting something is 5%. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of a low chance if you take it at face value, but at the same time, it's like, it's not, like, that much less likely than anything else, you know? Like, that's kind of the weird thing about statistics, you know? It's like, yeah, I don't have Tentacool with me. Just realized that. Which means I don't have Surf at the moment. Okay. Can anybody learn Surf? Everybody. Literally everyone can learn Surf. I say we give it to the people I'm least likely to use, which I think is probably going to be Kingler. I mean, it's a good move either way. I say we get rid of Leer and keep Harden, blah, 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 and whatever. What was I talking about? Yeah, it's the weird thing about statistics. It's like you could have, 20 different things in a list, right? And if they all have a 5% chance, You know, it sounds like a really low chance, but you're equally likely to get any of them, you know? You know what I mean? It's like in 20 trials, you would have gotten, hopefully, like, statistically, you would have gotten all of them at least once. I think. Am I doing that math right? I think so. It's like just weird. Statistics are weird. Yeah, it's still a really low percent chance, and I am realizing that most of what I'm getting is the 5%. Oh, by the way, there was, did you know Gaming did, like, an interview about, or, you know, starting to translate stuff, and they did one about legendary Pokemon, and they talked about that shrine. Apparently, that shrine was never intended to have anything to do with Celebi. It was just, like, they had, like, no idea why people associated it with Celebi. It apparently just, like, had no point at all. It's just a shrine that they put there. I found that really interesting. I'm like, I've always associated that shrine with Celebi as well, but it's, like, not supposed to be. It's just strange. So we have Surf, so I guess we can just, like, explore this place. But we needed Strength in order to get the King's Rock. I believe with the King's Rock, what I will do is probably use it on our Slowpoke. Because the only other option is if we had one of our Poliwags was evolved into a Poliwhirl. We could then use it to get a Politoad. Which, don't get me wrong, I do plan on getting if I can get the other Kingstone, but, you know. I don't really care that much about Politoad as a Pokemon. Alright, who do we give Strength to? I might just give it to Rico. I'm gonna give it to Missy because screw, like, I don't know. I just don't see myself using this Pokemon in, like, any capacity, really. And we can overdo Bubble, probably. Yeah, but I have noticed myself, like, mostly I've been getting berries. So it's starting to feel like, there's, you know, I'd have to get a total of... There's one Water Stone I can get in the game. I did double check that. There's one. Okay, if this is a Slowpoke, we're just gonna catch it. Just on the off chance that it has a freaking... what am I thinking? What am I thinking of? A King's Rock. On the off chance it also has a King's Rock. We'll go for it. If we see Slowpoke or Poliwhirl, we'll just catch him. I don't know. What do we use? Vice Grip? Strength? Let's use Strength. Still, even this, I think, is a really low percent chance. I think this is also, like, a 0.2% chance of it having a King's Rock. So it's, like, really unlikely. But, you know, may as well give it a shot. It's not like I need Pokeballs, like, excessively, you know. The only thing I might see us, like, wasting a lot of Pokeballs and stuff on is if we somehow come across a Suicune. Technically, we can use a Suicune. It's the only legendary we would have the ability to use, but I don't see it being, like, super likely that we get a Suicune. Nope. I'm not gonna name any of these. Those dudes down here? I'm waiting to see Slowpoke's moment of evolution. Through observation, I made a new discovery. A Slowpoke of the King's Rock often gets bitten by a Shelder. Here, I'll share a King's Rock with you. Here we go. Thanks, bro. Gonna be like Slowpoke. I'll wait patiently so I can see one evolve. I wonder if I bring him a Slow King, if he'll, like, do something interesting. As far as I know, that's the only way to get a King's Rock. Technically, I suppose we could go back to Union Cave. I think Union Cave also had something we could use strength on to explore further. That was Union Cave, right? Yeah. I mean, even with the King's Rock, we still have to do a trade evolution, so I gotta boot up Pokemon Silver and, like, try to get to a point where I can trade it. I do have Pokemon Silver. But I think it would also just work if we traded to, like, Gen 1, technically. No, well, if we traded it back, no, actually, I don't think it would, because we can't give it a held item. Never mind. We have to trade it to a Gen 2. Have you guys been watching the, there's a Last of Us show on HBO. It's like 2 episodes out so far. Good so far. You know, no, I don't have much issue with it. I think it's pretty good. It's enjoyable. Kind of excited to see how it's gonna play out. I mean, I know how the story goes. I feel like it's gonna be a pretty close adaptation, honestly. Just from what they've done so far, because I feel like they've... I mean, they literally, like, just redo certain scenes from the games, like, line for line, shot for shot. So it's, like, clearly they're... You know, they want to make as accurate a adaptation as possible. There's a couple things that they do. Mostly they add context, I think, to a lot of stuff. They add, like, a lot of extra little details. But mostly it's been pretty, like, much the same thing. And I do like the 2 actors that they chose for Ellie and Joel. I think they're actually do a good job. Although I will say the only complaint that maybe that I have is that I kind of felt that Ellie was, like, a little too mean. Like, she's kind of, like, you know, she's a little rude at the beginning and a little, like, of the game. But it's like in this, she is kind of like, they give her a lot more agency to just kind of be just obstinate and very rude. But I'm like, was she this rude in, like, the beginning of the game? Was she this, like, mean and loud and angry? I'm like, she might have been. I don't know. That's the only thing really that I had to complain about, but I don't even know if it's a reasonable complaint to have. We should check those Slowpokes. Does it tell me if it's, like, holding something? Okay, yeah, it does. Yeah, neither of these are holding anything. Although this one is level 23, which is like a pretty high level Slowpoke. I mean, it's even higher level than both of the Slowpokes that we have. I might actually... just gonna do this. And, maybe we'll regret it later. I'm keeping this other Slowpoke. Screw it. Okay. Yeah, no King's Rocks there. Did I heal already? I think so. Looks like it. Alright, we're back off to Olivine is what was it called? Something like that. And then off to Cyanwood. Just thought I should get that just for in between streams. I don't know if anybody cares about like actually watching the evolution happen. But I'm probably gonna just do it off stream, just because I don't know how to even stream that really, unless I like turn off this, plug in Pokemon Silver, and then no, how do I then connect? I can't do that, because then I can't connect the link cable. No, I can do it if I had another, I could do that if I had another transfer pack. But I don't. I only have one. Then I could do it through Pokemon Stadium 2. I don't know, it's more trouble than it's worth, I feel like, so I'm just gonna do it off stream. I hope everybody can be okay with that. So when I boot up the stream next time, we should just have a Slowking. And Slowking, I feel like might be one of the better Pokemon that we can get all together. So I think Slowking is one that we're gonna kind of keep probably throughout the entirety of the game. It's just a really good Pokemon. So yeah, we'll probably do that. It's one of the ones I have in my mind of just being like end game potential. You know, something I've been thinking about. It's just like, what are the Pokemon that I would want by the end of the game to like and Slowking stands out in my mind. The other one that stands out is Kingdra. I think Kingdra's a pretty obvious option, but again, that's another one that's kind of that one we actually are almost guaranteed. We don't have to worry about like random chances of getting something because we just need to get a Dragon Scale. I mean, we haven't even caught a Horsey yet, so that's step one. But beyond that, we just need a Dragon Scale, and then it's just a trade evolution with a Dragon Scale, and there's you know, it's not... Dragon Scales are just, there's one in the game that we can get, and then we don't need any more, so... Not worried about that one. I think that one's a freebie. So those two probably we'll be using. So that's already like 3 slots on the team, if we include like for Alligator as endgame. So then we just like decide between the rest. Probably don't see myself using Kingler or Cloyster or Golduck really. Sorry, which ones did I Kingler. I said Kingler, right? I didn't say Kingdra. Confused myself for a second. Kingler. I don't see myself using Kingler, because he's just a basic water type. I don't see myself using Azumarill. Again, just a water type. I don't see myself using Cloyster, because I feel like Lapras is better, although I should probably double-check that. I feel like Lapras is the better sort of water-ice type. But then in that vein, there's also Dugong, which is also a water-ice type. Which I also probably won't be using. I'll be using one of those, I assume. Unless I just use a completely different Pokemon. And then... Yeah, Golduck I don't think I'll use. Oh my god. Bro, it's like you get one notification and then everything decides to notify and send you a notification. I don't need this. Alright, we're off, I suppose? Still got a little bit left in the stream. We'll try to make our way to Cyanwood. I kind of hate surfing across long distances, but is what it is. I don't think there's actually anything for us to get. At least in this, like, first part. Yeah, I just wanted to check. Okay, yeah, there's nothing. Do we fight this at level 22? That's the question. That went well. It's still got a while to go before it'll evolve into Kingler. Oh, what's... Oh, that's just a harbor. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. What else? Vaporeon probably won't use. Starmie also probably won't use. I think Starmie's water psychic. Actually, I'm not sure. It might just be a water type. I don't know. I always get confused. But if it is water psychic, we're still already covered by Slowking, so we don't need to bother. Tentacruel is a maybe because it does have an interesting typing. Like, water poison is not wholly unique in Generation 2. There is another water poison type that we don't actually have yet. But I would see myself probably using Tentacruel over that one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that Pokemon is just somehow better, but I don't really feel like it would be, realistically. I guess we'll find... I don't know if we'll ever find out, really. Quagsire is another, like, maybe. I didn't expect it to evolve so, like, early, which makes me feel like it's kind of not a really powerful endgame Pokemon. You know, any Pokemon that evolves, like, super early usually doesn't end up, you know, being really powerful in the end. It's usually the ones that, like, that don't evolve until, like, level 60, you know? It's like, those are the powerful ones. So we might drop Quagsire, on second thought. I kind of thought we'd keep him, but maybe not. Chinchou is another one that's like maybe. It's just got such good typing. It does evolve. It's got really good typing is the thing. And I think just having an electric type would be really, really helpful. So I'm kind of considering that one as a final team member. That one's a possibility. That one's a maybe. Krabby's getting good. Cyanwood City is a good distance away from here. Well, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, I checked. There's nothing on this route specifically, but will have to go through a series of things in order to, which will have Pokemon that will be useful. Don't know if we're going to get that far, but we'll see. Are you going to Cyanwood? How about a quick battle first? It's just Misty. Swimmer Elaine wants to battle. I'm in my element. These are my people. I too am a swimmer. Can you tell by my powerful water party? I'm way better than all of you guys. I have always found that it is kind of like an immersion breaking thing, I think, in the world of Pokemon, where it's just like people just have teams of like one Pokemon, and they're like, I'm gonna battle you. I think I can win. And it's like, bro, you know you can carry 6 Pokemon? Like, did you know that? It's like they could have a full team of 6 like me. It's not like, you know, like you train this Pokemon to level 21. It's like you couldn't, like, you know, train a team to level 21. Why'd you bother? Why are you out here swimming in the middle of the sea battling people? People mention that in Pokemon Violet, but I'm like, you know, Scarlet and Violet, they're like, why haven't they fixed this issue where trainers just have like 3 Pokemon? I was like, I agree. At the same time, it's that if you're gonna complain about that in Scarlet and Violet, it's like the last thing you should complain about, I feel like, in those games. It's like there's way more to complain about. It's like that's like every Pokemon game, dude. This is how Pokemon is. So it's like I understand. If the game were like perfect, like that would be an understandable thing to complain about. I still kind of feel that way. Actually, Scarlet and Violet really made me appreciate Legends Arceus way more. So I was kind of just like okay with Arceus. I'm like, oh, this is cool. By the end of it, I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then I played Violet and Scarlet. I'm like, oh, no, Legends Arceus was like way cooler than this. I don't like, you know, the battle system and the way it was set up. It was like so different. I was just like, I think they should just make another Legends Arceus. Make another one of those. That was good. That game was good. Alright, can you stop with your recover? It's lame. We all think it's lame, okay? It's already paralyzed is the problem here. I'm just gonna send Carlisle out. Screw this stupid recover ability. Lamest ability in Pokemon. This is what you get. You know what I realized? I haven't played a horror game in a really long time. I need to maybe, you know, get back into playing some horror games. I watched like a Markiplier video the other day. I like to watch his horror stuff sometimes. Just he plays games that I've never heard of. So it's just like, I don't know. It's interesting just for that aspect. Seeing a game I've never seen before. Be like, is this scary? The one he was playing was like some sort of weird elevator game where you had to put a bunch of flyers on a door. Better swimmer than you? Yeah. Okay. It's not a contest, lady. I mean, I think it's kind of irresponsible to just go swim into the middle of the sea. I'm being responsible because I'm on a Pokemon. Yeah, it was actually pretty scary. It's one of my favorite things, actually. Is like I'll watch like some sort of horror game just before I go to sleep. I was literally like, that was I think the last thing I was watching, and I was just passing out. I was like falling asleep watching this like video. I was like, this is great. I think the thing is, like, I don't have like the capacity to really be scared at video games. Like, doesn't like ruin my night, you know? It doesn't make me be like, oh man, I'm not gonna be able to sleep. It's like, no, I sleep fine. I don't know. I feel like I used to kind of be in that area of like, sometimes, you know, even as late as like my mid-20s, my early 20s, I'll say, early to mid-20s. I think there were still times where I would read like a creepypasta on the internet and be like, oh god, can't go to sleep, I'm scared. Yeah, I'm gonna have a nightmare. I don't know, it made me more just like a little unsettled but now I just don't get that at all. It just like doesn't happen anymore. I can play a scary game, I can read a scary story. This won't affect me at all. But that one was good. That was a good one. I liked that one a lot. It was just creepy. I liked the design of like the monster. And I found the game to be really interesting, and just its design by just putting like closets around so you could hide, and then not really having them be all that useful. Like You don't actually have to hide much in the game, but the game makes you think. It kind of unsettles you by like being like, oh, maybe you have to hide from something at some point. And you're just like on edge. I don't know. I liked that one. Sometimes he finds a real nugget. I don't know. He also plays the he plays some like Five Nights fan games. Just something. When I used to do Five Nights at Freddy's, a lot of people asked me to do the fan games, and I have not played a single one of them. Never done it. I kind of the last Five Nights game I played was the last one. What was the last one called? Security Breach, right? I played Security Breach, and then I just haven't played any of the games since. And I haven't played any of the fan games. The problem for me with like fan games is I've tried some like fan games on occasion. I just feel like even if they're like good and like really highly rated, there oftentimes there's like, I don't know, it's just not usually well balanced. I feel like I find is always kind of the issue. Is like people go a little too far because they don't know when to hold back. Because they're trying to make something that's like really like, oh, this is this is even better than the original thing. But it's like sometimes you gotta like, you know, allow people to, you know, not be fully overwhelmed by everything. You gotta hold back sometimes. People just don't know how to do that. I feel like when it's like a creator of a fan of something, like they just have an idea in their mind and they just throw all these ideas together. I don't know. That's always been my sort of hold up, I suppose, on that front. Oh, a Tentacruel. We could just catch this one, but I'm not gonna do that. I feel like Poison Sting should be not very effective against me. I was trying to look at the like lineup of games coming out this year to see if there's anything interesting. I feel like there's not that much that's like really exciting me at all. I saw like 2 games. There was like and they were both remakes. One was Resident Evil 4 remakes coming out this year, and then there's like a Dead Space remake coming out. I'm like, those look interesting. And then on top of that, I'm like, I don't know any of these other games. I guess there's Breath of the Wild 2, I think, is supposed to come out this year. But I'm like, am I like crazy excited about Breath of the Wild 2? Not really. I mean, I hate to say it, but I don't know if I'm like the hugest, like, I'm as crazy about that game as everybody else is. A young guy look like you should swim. Don't surf on your Pokemon. Bro, why are they all shaming me? Why am I being shamed for riding around on my am I riding around on Krabby? I'm riding around on a Krabby. That probably does look stupid, now that I think about it. I probably do look like really dumb. I'll send Rico. Rico can do it. I believe in him. Great. Wonderful news. War Turtle? Wow, Krabby is still the, like, lowest HP-wise. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm sure Breath of the Wild 2 will be great though. It's not it's not even called that though, is it? It's called something else. Echoes of the Wind or something. I don't know. Winds of Time. I'm sure it'll be interesting. Like, what else is coming out? I don't know. A bunch of stuff came out last year that was, like, really exciting for me, and then I ended up, like, not playing all... It all came out at the same time, which is why I was, like, focused on other stuff, and I'm like... It's just, like, piled up. I'm like, I should probably just get to playing all of those things. Oh, there was a Death Stranding 2 announcement, wasn't there? Dude, I'm actually really excited about Death Stranding 2. I feel like Death Stranding 1 kind of got a bad, like, rap initially when it was, like, critically, it was, like, critically panned, but I felt like it was really unfair. It's like, I feel like people just didn't really get it. I hate to say it. I hate to be that guy that's like, well, actually, Kojima's a genius, actually. I'm not even, like, a huge Kojima fan. It's like, I played Metal Gear Solid, like, 1 and 2. And I liked them. Am I, like, crazy about them? Not really. Like, they're good games. So Death Stranding, I was like, I'll check that out. I'll try it. And then everybody just shat on the game. And it just, like, wasn't that bad. The only thing I'll say about it is, like, I can kind of understand people, like, playing it for, like, a couple hours, like, a few hours, because the game just doesn't have a good start. It starts really badly. And it feels really pretentious. Because you're like, asked to sort of, like, just walk to a cutscene, and, you know, you spend, like, an hour walking to, like, a cutscene, and then you watch the cutscene, and then it's like, oh, go walk over here. And then they barely, like, give you any equipment or anything to do. I feel like the game's not even really fun until you get, like, the equipment. Like, you get a lot of equipment to use, and then it's a weird game, and I feel like it's not for everybody, because it's, like, the whole point of it is kind of, like, delivery simulator. It's like plan a trip, and, like, will you enjoy that? Like, plan out a trip and be like, I'm gonna go this way, and I'll need these supplies to get there. And it's like, oh, there's a cliff there, so I can't bring this car. And it's like, oh, there's a you know, people are trying to build a bridge over here. It's like other players have literally set down a bridge and they're, like, putting supplies in it. Like, I can contribute to this bridge, and then maybe I'll be able to benefit from the bridge later on. It's just like, it's a lot of stuff like that, and it's like, got a minute, want to battle. No, I don't want to battle you, Ralph Fisher. The only thing I want from Ralph Fisher is I want you to tell me when there's a swarm going on, buddy. Assuming exercise your entire body, it's healthy. You're healthy. Do I need to switch up my Pokemon at all? I don't think so. I'm gonna do a save real quick, just a safety save. I have in the interims, you know, accidentally, bumped my thing, causing the game to crash. It just happens. It's like the connections aren't very great. There's like... Okay, basically there's like a pack in the bottom of my N64 controller. So there's the connection to the N64 controller, for one. And then there's the game plugged into it. So there's like 3 connections. There's a connection from the controller to the console. You know, and it's a lot that can go wrong really easily, especially if I just place the controller down and it kind of like bumps out of place for a second. It's just like, oh, something went wrong. You have to reset the console. It like can be devastating if I lose, if I do that and just lose a bunch of progress. Why am I missing? Anyways, yeah, I like... Oh, not very effective. Maybe I shouldn't be using that then. Cut. This will go quicker. Great. Yeah, it's good. I actually think, like... I think the second one will be good, too. I'm excited for it. Kind of bummed by just how... people didn't really give it a chance, I feel like. Because there's a lot of people, I think, that would have liked it had they given it a chance. But it's just like the critical reviews were just, like, not fair to this thing. I think it was, like, the first time I saw something, like, just get absolutely panned that I actually completely disagreed with everybody on. Like, that was just wrong. Like, that game's good. I don't care what people say. Like the first time. I feel like there's no other game, really, that I disagree that much with, like, the public opinion. This is just a wild encounter with a level 17 tentacle, and I'm entertaining it? What am I doing? These are always, like, the worst sections in Pokemon, where it's like... surf for, you know, surf a route. I'm loose and limber. Sure, I'll take you on.
Hey guys, it's me, Charlie.
Been out sheltered. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I don't know if I should be excited for the Dead Space remake. That's another thing. I feel like I should play the Callisto Protocol. Some people have said it's like okay, but it's like based on it's the same guys that made Dead Space. So it's like maybe I should play that. Just try it out. Maybe people are wrong. I don't know. People could be wrong as we've found out. We might lose this battle. Which is kind of fine, because I might just end after this, and I feel like I need to go back to a Pokemon Center anyways to receive my mystery gifts in between streams. We're gonna play it out. Not gonna try to lose. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That didn't hurt. Okay. I thought Aurora Beam is like an ice type attack. Is it not? Shouldn't that not be super... Maybe it's not. It would be super effective against a ground type, but not a water type. So it just kind of evens out.
Hey guys, it's me, Charlie. Here's my Tentacruel.
Like, should I really commit to this, this reference I think? Oh, maybe I should have sent Slowpoke out from the start. Didn't really think of it. I was just kind of going down the line. They're all really weak, I think, is the reasoning for that. Just like, they all have low HPs. I send this one out, I'll probably just get beat up. Alright, Derek. Don't let us down. I'm gonna actually immediately switch you out. So, it's fine. I gotta check if there's like a new episode of something to watch. I need new stuff to watch. I'm getting bored. Actually, there might be... Wait, is Vox Machina... Vox Machina might be Thursdays. Guess I'll check. I'll check if that's out. I don't think that's out yet. They released that one really weird, though, because they release it in, like, 3-episode increments for some reason. They're like, here's 3 episodes. Here's another 3 episodes. And then I think it's over in, like, 3 weeks. Just bizarre. It's a good show, though. I like it a lot, personally. But I am kind of biased, I think, so...
Hey guys, looks like I've got prune skin.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't, I don't know. What a good joke.
This is just like the time.
Oh. No, not another Tentacruel. Do we lose this? Do we even fight this? I'm gonna run, and then I'm gonna reorganize my Pokemon, and then I'm gonna... Down Wallsy. I think we're good to just kind of continue here. Correct. Wait, there's 2 ways to go? Well, hell, let's go this way. I'm a bit tired. If I win, lend me your Pokemon. No. I won't do that. Holy crap, a guy that's got a full party? A guy that's got 6 tentacles? Pog. Ooh, a Remoraid. This is another one. We gotta figure out how to get a Remoraid. That one's kind of rare. But Remoraid evolves into Octillery. It's just kind of a rare Pokemon. It's not. It's again. It's another one that we're probably not gonna use, but we kind of want to have it at the very least. It's kind of the fun of catching stuff, you know. Will Fish Boy change Pokemon? I'm gonna say no. Well done. Strength kind of works like that, doesn't it? It kind of works like Fury Cutter in a way where it just gets stronger over time. It might actually work like that. Sorry. Alright. Kind of OP. Alright, we're dead. Oh, we're not dead somehow? Wild. Kingler might actually be like a great Pokemon. I've literally never used it just because it seems like such a the most basic Pokemon. I feel like it's part of the interesting thing is I actually don't use like a lot of these water types. I've almost never used. Yeah. We just kind of go for it here. I think that's the play. I think we win, actually. We don't make it much farther, but we win. Wild. Pant pant. It's so far to Signwood, but it's no easy return trip to Olivine either. What should I do? I don't know. I'm gonna go back. I'm going back. Yeah, we're just gonna swim back to Olivine, and then I think we're just gonna end the stream there. There's some stuff I gotta do in between streams anyways. Mostly the trade, and nothing else. Oh, wow. Well, I have to be able to go get the apricorns and stuff. It's kind of like part of the journey is just getting... Oh, that's not good. Didn't I give them a mystery berry? Why did I use water gun? Well, we're probably dead. Yeah, okay, that'll do it. It's just, did I use the Pokemon? Yeah, okay, we're good. I was like, wait, I don't think I used this Pokemon Center, did I? Like, might have switched me over to all the way back in... Where would have been the last one I used? I don't know. I guess it would have just been this one. But there we go. We'll continue our adventure at a later point. But for now... maybe I'll try to catch, like, a Slowpoke or a Poliwhirl per day. Just to try to get another King's Rock. Maybe I should try to do that as well. Just one. Just give it a chance, you know. I'll try to do that. I'll do that off camera as well. Yeah. That'll be the stream. We actually got quite a lot accomplished today. We did not do a gym, but we got to Olivine, and we caught a bunch of Pokemon, a bunch of new Pokemon. We did the lighthouse. And we evolved some Pokemon. What did we? We evolved Gyarados, and we got Quagsire now as well. So we're doing good. We're making progress steadily and well. But yeah, that's the stream. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna end it now. Goodbye.